Perfect. Day. Holy fuck. I just put it in drive. Day number 108 of the bulk. We're finally getting back to eating some real food. I didn't have any kind of school work or anything to do today, so that was fucking sick. Today's gonna be arms. Basic, well, not basic, but pretty much my go-to method is triceps first, then biceps, right? So tons of push downs of, multiple varieties, straight bar, rope, single hand, single arm reverse, perhaps, maybe towards the end. Maybe I'll even do a little bit of dumbbell something or other. I kind of got an itch for something like that, so we'll have to see. And then after triceps are pumped, when I'm totally done with the workout and I want to go check the pump in the mirror, I want to see buys fucking poking out like mountains, So that's another reason why I do buys after triceps, just for vanity's sake, because I like it. But biceps, I mean, nothing complicated, just a bunch of curls, standing dumbbell, single arm dumbbell preacher, what else, easy bar. Sometimes I'll do some, I wish they don't have the like the W bar handle for cables. It's got those bends in it. They don't fucking have one at this gym. It sucks. Because if they had one, I'd be doing that. I'd be doing some easy bar cable curls too, because I like that a lot. Standing, seated. Sometimes I'll even do it like laying down on a bench. Just different sorts of variations. But main point for biceps, all it's doing is curls. I've heard some people get into talking about weighted chin-ups to work your biceps, and I mean, maybe it works. Like, maybe that's how I would get 24-inch arms, by doing weighted chin-ups. Get the fuck back there. But doesn't seem like the answer to me. I'd rather do more curls than like heavy chin-ups. So I'm gonna drink this pre and then wing it in there and fucking slam the. All right. I got the saturation during town. No, the exposure turned down a little bit, as you all should if you're taking pictures of yourselves and good lighting and stuff. All right. So, pretty basic lift. Push downs and curls. I'm a little bit picky with the push downs. Obviously, I'm going to want to start off with the heavier sets. Well, the exercises in which I can go the heaviest, let's say. Like those single arm push downs could go pretty heavy. Those bar push downs could go pretty heavy. But the rope, I don't know if I'd want to start off my tricep workout with rope push downs. But biceps, it's going to be hard for you to pick a bad bicep exercise as your starter. I could have done any different order of those bicep curls that I just did, and like various amounts of sets of each, still doing 11 total, of course, and I would still be fucking pumped to hell like I am right now. A lot of the time, there are some basic rules you should follow for a lift, like legs. I want to do my strongest movements first for each muscle. So when I'm doing quads, I want to start with squats and then do more leg presses, or no, what am I saying? More leg extensions toward the end, right? For chest, I want to start with heavy pressing so I can load my chest as much as possible, and then do more flies and squeezing movements toward the end. But with arms, I mean, as long as you start heavy and you maybe do a few squeezing movements toward the end just to get a pump, you can pretty much do whatever the fuck you want. So let's see what kind of pump I'm working with right now. Oh. That's a good sign. Cover up the hoo-has, if you know what I'm talking about. Oh fuck. That's pretty pumped. Oh my goodness. What do you think? On a scale of pumped to 10, or no, on a scale of 1 to pumped. It's pretty freaky. Oh, I forgot I need a measuring tape. I forgot to bring it. I've got one on my desk. I think you may be missing the point if you measure your arms every single day. You know, you may be, your arms aren't going to grow in a day. But every couple of weeks, you know, measuring your arms, just see where you're at. It's good for you. Gives you motivation. Right? Because let's say you finally get past, 15 inches or something if you're a beginner. Every inch on the arms, in terms of the circumference, that is a big ass difference. So, going from 15 to 16, noticeable. 16 to 17, noticeable. So that's just another metric you can track. So I got nothing else to say right now. I'm gonna finish off calves really quick. 8 sets, single leg, seated calf raises. Not that intense, just to get a pump. And then we can get in the car. Okay, lift successful. Let's slam the fucking dextrose shake. Oh my god. Even this fucking shake feels heavy in my arm right now. Fucking biceps are so pumped. Oh fuck. I didn't drink it all. That takes a second to settle. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna sit here for a minute. Blah, blah. Let's get out of here. So, yeah, arms pumped. I mean, you saw the whole breakdown, the whole pump, or the whole workout. I mean, not too complicated. I used to do a ton of drop sets. Like, literally every set I would do would be a drop set for a period of time. But as of late, I've just been doing normal straight sets. As long as you go hard on every set, you'll be alright. You'll make some gains. But I do think it's good to throw in some drop sets every so often. Just give you a little bit of a better pump. So one guy asked, why don't I do deadlifts? What is my fucking problem with deadlifts? Well, it's just not necessary, right? If I want to build a big back, I want to work on heavy rows and heavy pull downs, right? I don't really want to do deadlifts because in the context of like bodybuilding training, you want to work a specific muscle to to an exertion level where you're going to build, or when you recover and eat food, that muscle specifically is going to be what's growing, right? So if I want to work my back, You know, that's all that I want to be working, right? That's all I want to be spending energy on. But if I do deadlifts, then I'm going to be working my hamstrings, my glutes. If I've got legs the next day, then they're going to be like pre-fatigued. So I'm just not a fan of it. You know, if you are dying to do deadlifts, at least, you know, make your split such that you do hamstrings and back on the same day, so that you can still work your hamstrings while also working them when you do deadlifts, right? But for me, I mean, I don't see the appeal. I'm not gonna get a crazy back pump. For me, if I were to do heavy deadlifts, the best case scenario is I only get one herniated disc, and then I'm just gonna be out of breath for the rest of back day. So doesn't really make sense. So next week, just finals. I got one more little project that I have to finish. It's like designing a nozzle based on a certain number or whatever. Just, you don't need to worry about any of that mumbo jumbo. In terms of music, I'm listening to music. I got my little beats underneath all this hair. I think training with music is fucking sick. It's gonna get you hyped up. Now the type of music, it can kind of depend on my mood. Like sometimes I'll listen to more kind of chill shit or whatever. Like Tame Impala, sort of. Love Cage the Elephant. That's sick. But more often than not, I'm listening to something that's gonna hype me up. Some kind of metal, funk, EDM, hyperpop style deal, stuff like that. But you know, whatever you got to do to get excited in the gym, that's what I think you should be doing, right? Because you're at the end of the day, you're going into the gym and you're putting yourself through something that is like legitimately uncomfortable, right? Like I would not want to have to go through every day 24/7 feeling like the feeling in my muscles. Like I wouldn't want to have to feel like a burning sensation in my biceps 24/7, right? That's legitimately uncomfortable. So, you know, whatever you got to do to go hard in the gym, you know, listen to whatever kind of metal, whatever, anything. You know, if you're David Goggins, you can listen to what did he listen to? I don't remember. Something about Rocky. Whatever. You know, whatever you got to listen to that gets you hyped up and excited, I would recommend. I've never really gotten behind the training with no music. The argument that I hear a lot is, well, I don't want to depend on my music. What happens if I forget my headphones? Just don't forget your fucking headphones, man. It's not that hard. Are you that, like, untrustworthy of yourself that you don't think you can be responsible enough to remember your headphones? That seems kind of silly to me. That's another thing with pre-workout. I'll hear people say that they don't want to use pre-workout because they think they're going to become dependent on it. You know, they're going to be dependent on the caffeine to have a good lift. Now, to that I say, at least take a stim-free pre-workout. But I don't know. I mean, that argument, you're legitimately going to be able to go harder with caffeine. That's one of those things where it's fucking proven. So if I had a choice to go with it or without it, even though, you know, I'm running the risk of forgetting it before I lift, it takes a pre-workout every fucking day, you know? You can push it. Like when I see if I see a post where a guy is like 180 pounds and the post is like, okay, I just had 800 milligrams of caffeine for this workout. I think you missed a step there. You missed a fundamental sense of understanding. You know, that's not the vector of performance which you're trying to optimize, per se. You know, I only ever do 200 milligrams of caffeine per lift. Except for legs, Some leg days I'll double up and do 400, but that's understandable. It's fucking. I got some squats, man. I got to get hyped up. So I'm gonna go home, shower, take my vitamins, and I've got no responsibilities in the morning, so no alarm or nothing. I just get to fucking sleep. Then when I wake up, cardio. So got some good times ahead, goddammit. If you guys are still in school, honestly, I think most people are done. My school is going late. Like, I know guys at like OSU and stuff, and they're already moving out. But if you're already done with school, then I'm jealous of you. And if you're still in it, you know, fucking don't put up. Try not to put the gym off to study. You know, ideally, figure out a way to fit both in. But enough of that. I'll see you next time.